Peter Pan. The Darling family lived on a quiet street in London. There were 3 children in the family: Wendy, Michael, and John. For them, the best time of the day was bedtime, when they were together in the nursery. Wendy told them wonderful stories about Peter Pan and Neverland. Neverland was a magical place with mermaids, fairies, and pirates. John and Michael loved playing pirates. They often had fighting contests between Peter Pan and his enemy, the pirate Captain Hook. Mr. Darling, the children's father, did not like them playing these games. He blamed Wendy for this. He did not like the stories either. He said that Wendy was too old to be in the nursery with the boys. She was then given a separate room. The boys were dejected and sad. They liked listening to Wendy's stories at night. One evening, someone came to the nursery. It was Peter Pan. For a while now, he had been coming to listen to Wendy's stories. No one had seen him then. A little fairy called Tinker Bell came with him. When he heard that there would be no more stories at bedtime, he came up with a plan.
Why don't you all come to the Neverland with me? You will enjoy yourself there,
he told the boys.
Wendy can also tell my friends some of her wonderful stories.
They all thought it was a wonderful idea. Peter Pan taught them all to fly. All that was needed to fly were happy thoughts, faith, trust, and a bit of Tinker Bell's pixie dust. They all flew out of the window and were on their way to Neverland. Meanwhile, in Neverland, Captain Hook was not in a good mood. He was on his pirate ship and annoyed with Peter Pan. A long time ago, Peter Pan had cut off the captain's hand. He now had to wear a hook in place of the hand. That hand had fallen in the water and had been swallowed by a crocodile that had also swallowed a clock. Now the crocodile tailed the captain's ship everywhere. The captain always knew when the crocodile was nearby, as he could hear the tick-tock of the clock. When Peter Pan came flying in with his new friends, Captain Hook saw them and started shooting cannonballs at them.
Look out, everyone!
Shouted Peter.
Tinker, take them to the island! I'll stay here and fight Captain Hook!
Tinker Bell was upset. She was jealous of Wendy, who had become Peter Pan's close friend. One evening, while Peter, his friends, John, Michael, and Wendy were enjoying a wonderful feast, a pirate called Smee captured Tinker Bell and gave her to Captain Hook.
"Oh, Miss Bell,"
said the captain sympathetically,
"Peter Pan has treated you badly because of Wendy, isn't it? How nice it would be if we could kidnap her and take her off to the sea to scrub the decks and cook for the pirate crew."
Tinker Bell thought about it.
You won't hurt Peter, will you?
She asked in a tinkling little voice.
"Of course not,"
said Hook.
I promise.
Hook showed her a map of Neverland, and in return, she showed him the road to Peter's secret house.
Thank you, my dear,
said Hook happily. Peter Pan's hidden house was inside the trunk of an old dead tree. That night, when Wendy was tucking her brothers into bed, she talked about their parents and their home in London. The boys felt homesick and wanted to go home. Wendy invited Peter to join them, but he refused. The children climbed out of the tree, not knowing that Hook and his pirates were waiting there. They were caught and bound with ropes and marched off to the pirate ship.
Oh no,
said Hook.
We still don't have Peter Pan.
Tinker Bell felt terrible when she saw that the children were all prisoners. She knew it was her fault. What would happen to Peter? She quietly flew off to warn him. Captain Hook asked them to join him, or else they would be thrown into the sea. Something, or was it someone, came flying swiftly through the air. It was Peter Pan. He swooped down on Hook and challenged him to a duel.
This time you have gone too far, Hook!
He shouted. What a fight it was! As Tinker Bell slashed the ropes that bound the children, Peter managed to throw Hook into the water. They all laughed to see him swimming for his life, trying to escape from the crocodile that followed him. It was ticking away. Peter took command of the ship. Once again, with happy thoughts, faith, trust, and a bit of Tinker Bell's pixie dust, they all flew back to London. The ship came to rest beside the windowsill of the children's room. Wendy and the boys waved goodbye to Peter as he flew back to Neverland. What an adventure it had been!